everyone, and welcome to another high-low game of Age of Empires. Today, we've got the Battle of the Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious Relics as Sora Kuma, playing as the Aztecs in blue, gets ready to take on the Viper, playing as the Burgundians in yellow. Now, while the players heard their herdables explore their immediate surroundings and try to get their butt cheeks up to the Feudal Age, not a bad time for us to take a look at the Civ matchup that we are going to be watching today. The Aztecs, a warrior monk civilization. Their monks gain 5 hit points for every single monk tech that's researched. So a fully upgraded Aztec monk comes with, you got it, 100 freaking HP. Now, to help the goal with the gold cost of upgrading your monks, which is pretty darn significant, any relics collected by the Aztecs do generate 33% more gold, which means if you've got 4 relics, you're basically generating at the rate of 4. Now, to support their monks on the battlefield, all Aztec military units are created 15% faster, their skirmishers can be upgraded to get extra range and attack, and their infantry can be upgraded to get a massive +4 attack boost, which is fantastic news for their unique unit, the Jaguar Warrior. This is a middle-of-the-road infantry unit that comes with a pretty darn good attack bonus against other infantry. Now, to support their military production, every single Aztec villager right from the very beginning of the game does carry 3 extra resources. And if you take a look at the top left of the screen, right above this adorable little blue bandana Instagrammable sheep, you'll notice that Sora Kuma starts the game as the Aztecs with 50 extra gold, which basically means either loom for free, or you can send a few extra militiamen down south to attack the Viper. Speaking of the Viper, playing as the Burgundians, have you ever gotten so freaking high and had such a bad case of the munchies that you thought you could design a civilization with so many food-related bonuses? Well, if you did, maybe you would have designed the Burgundians, an oddball civilization with some of the craziest features and upgrades in the entire game. Militarily, they do focus primarily on cavalry, being the only civ in the game to have access to the Cavalier in the Castle Age, and their unique unit, the Custelier, is a medium cavalry shock unit that has a massive +20-25 charge attack, depending on whether you go for the base model or you splurge a little bit for that traction, that underside coating, or whatever the hell car dealers try to rip you off with, in which case I'm talking about the Elite Custelier with a 25 charge attack. Now, to support their cavalry on the field of battle, Burgundian gunpowder units do come with a 25% stronger attack, and if you don't want the Custelier, the Burgundians have a second unique unit, the Flemish Militiaman. This is a medium infantry unit with a pretty darn decent attack bonus against cavalry, so perhaps not something we're going to get to see against the Aztecs, although, if I'm not mistaken, the Militiaman does come with an attack bonus against eagles, as pretty much every single infantry unit does. A little bit of downtime for these 3 hunters. What the hell you think you're doing? Get the hell back to work. Now, if that's not enough army for you, the Burgundians can conscript their entire civilian population by turning each and every single one of these villagers into a Flemish militiaman and allowing even more Flemish militiamen to be trained out of their barracks. By the way, do you like how many times in the last 30 to 45 seconds I've said the words Flemish militiaman? Flemish militiaman. Oh my goodness, I feel like sometimes, you know, when you say a word over and over and over again, the word starts losing meaning, and you're like, is this really a word, or am I just kind of jibber jabbering? Which I guess every word is pretty much a jibber jabber. In any event, forget their military to help you pay for their war machine. This is where the Burgundians get pretty wonky. Their stable techs are 50% cheaper. Their relics, they don't generate extra gold like the Aztecs do, but their relics actually generate food at a rate of 30 food per minute per relic. All economic upgrades are available in age earlier and cost, you got it, less food. And their farmers, those units that generate food for them, well, they can also be upgraded to generate a small amount of gold while they work their fields. That's what I'm talking about. Who the hell designed this civilization, and how high were they, and how bad of the case of the munchies? Did they microwave some special dish that they thought was so brilliant, only to discover the next morning that it was absolutely atrocious? Where the hell is Sora Kuma going? Speaking of being high, he ran straight into a town center. And 7 minutes into the game, we've got our first kill, and we've got our first move out. I thought these were going to be militiamen, but silly me, I should have just looked up here at the top of the screen and seen that he's got no more army. By the way, the Viper, I believe we have seen his... Oh my goodness. Why did I think I saw the Viper's scout up here when his scout is down here? I'm seeing things. Speaking of being high, I am seeing a lot of things. In any event, let's take a look at the Burgundian base, because the Aztec is pressing in. I'm assuming he saw the house and then immediately backed away to keep his presence hidden in the ether. Primary gold off to the left, primary stone exposed to the front, so forming part of a semi-wall off, if you can call it that. Extra gold and stone to the back, so nice and secure. And a third patch of gold very exposed to the front. Forests, small, not very helpful, and pretty darn far away from the town center. So we'll see if the Viper decides to wall this in. Although against a Meso Civ that has access to the Raiden Eagles, you might want to wall yourself off ASAP once you the game progresses. Let's take a look at the Aztec-based Tesla-shaped pile of stone to the left. Secondary and tertiary gold both in the front, which, by the way, pretty darn open. Primary gold, nice and secure to the back, and extra stone off to the side. So gold, not bad. Everything else, pretty darn crappy, including the primary berries. Forests also in a bit of a triangle shape, also unhelpful here. The Viper will discover for the first time where his opponent is, but more importantly, there's a lot of blue on the bottom of the map, and it is heading straight for yellow. 0 villagers on stone for both players. Will he drop a tower? Will he try to do something crazy that we've never seen before, like wall in this one villager or house in this one villager? Oh, the Viper escapes. He didn't know that there was going to be a house there, but he escapes. I'm not too sure what the hell the point of that was if you didn't plop another house down here. Oh, it is a tower. Okay, well, a tower push with 0 villagers to follow up on stone tells us that this is going to be the only tower, at least in the immediate future here. I don't see any blue dots next to the stone, to the Tesla shape or the square Tetris shape. For now, skirmishers throwing their javelins. The Viper saying, what the hell are you going to do with skirmishers? Tickle away at my HP. I've got Loom. I've got 2 Pierce Armor against your 2 base attack. So you are literally doing 1 HP worth of damage. LOL. Continues mining the berries, but now the tower's up and the berries can no longer be mined. So lamed. Isn't it funny that Sora Kuma's the one with the forward berries, and yet the Viper is the one who's lamed off of his back berries? And Sora Kuma, okay, well, he brought his villagers forward. One of them, unlucky, drew the shortest straw, is on the front lines constructing palisades. The other 3 are safe here. Has the Viper even seen? Of course he has. That he's got the extra stone here, so we'll see how much damage this tower can do and where, oh where, the second tower will be placed once a few drop-offs occur here, and he gets another 50 stone for the next tower. The Viper has already created a counter force of his own, 5 skirmishers and that original scout who has returned home from, okay, doing a loop-de-loop, saw where the lumber camp is. Didn't really need to explore the other 2 wood lines, knowing that his opponent is spending his resources on this, I was going to say full frontal attack, but it's not really a full frontal attack, right? It's kind of a doggy style up the rear attack here from our Aztec, not to get too PG-13 with it. And I like what the Viper did here. Now, he could have extended easily with the same amount of wood, I suspect, the wall off to here, in which case his primary gold would be kind of safe. I don't know why he kind of left his gold out in the alleyway over here, but it is what it is. Still just a 1 kill, and the Viper gets the hell out of here. Okay, he's going hunting. In the middle of all this, he thinks he's the Mongols. He thinks he's the Goths. We'll see. Recently put up a short of the Viper's crossbow micro. Let's see how his skirmisher micro is. By the way, Sora Kuma still has no clue that those villagers are there. I don't know if he saw those villagers move out, but he's got 200 stone, which means another tower should be incoming any second once he finishes microing here. For now, both players just kind of tickling away at each other, both with an army of skirmishers and a single counter unit, one with a scout, one with a spearman. Okay, one with a cowardly spearman who runs the hell away. Sora Kuma, oh, it's over here. Oh, it's going to take his villagers so long to get here. Why is it all the way over here, right in the middle of the battlefield? I mean, I want to see where those villagers are. I mean, 4 of them are still down here. Whoa, is he bringing more villagers to build that? No, he canceled it. Okay. I was going to say, this is a bit of a weird location for a tower, given where his villagers are. If you want to keep pressing up the old rear, then keep pressing up the rear. Don't all of a sudden start changing the direction of your attack. Okay, here we go. Players tickling away at each other, both trying to enter the minimum range, but they can't really enter the minimum range of one another, just because then they can't really fire at one another. Spearman dead. Scout still alive. And the Viper here, who even with micro, unfortunately out for him, outnumbered significantly, does lose out. Scout will escape. Okay, harmed, but escape nonetheless. 275 stone. Still the 4 villagers here. No more forward villagers. Okay, and the tower's back. So Sora Kuma took the fight, The tower's coming. There's an outpost. He's sending one villager to build it. Okay. So pressure with a little p. Not exactly very scary pressure at the moment. One love tap and down goes the scout with that plus 15 damage that they do. The spearman easily taking that horseman down. Looks like two silly skirmishers did perish here. And now, again, I question, where the hell is the villager? Okay, he's building outposts up the left side. Where did this guy come from? There's 3 over here. There's 4. So he brought another villager from his town center / original settlement. Didn't see that blue dot moving up the street. And the Viper sending more and more villagers over here. Okay, not exactly a Persian douche, but the Viper is building himself a nice little suburb on the eastern part of the map. We'll see if Sora Kuma discovers it, and if he does, if he punishes it. For now, though, how much has he seen? He still hasn't seen beyond his initial. And the Viper wisely keeping his army between Sora Kuma and these exposed villagers, and now he's going to mine gold, not from his first, not from his second, not even from his third, which, to be fair, is going to be under Aztec occupation in a second, but from a neutral fourth. Okay. I mean, the Viper, if he can keep darting in and out, should be able to avoid the spearman, but okay, guns one down, guns the second down. Resource-wise, the Viper's got a lot more food than his opponent. Sora Kuma's got a little bit more gold than his opponent. But now that the Viper's mining camp is up, he's getting the gold mining upgrade, should be able to hit his Castle Age target. Maybe he'll sell some wood if he's got a market. And the action has been so crazy so far that I don't even know if the Viper's got a market. No, he does not. And so he's going to have to mine that 200 gold. He's got the food. He's got a lot more food than he needs. Okay, well, this is exactly why you don't bring one villager to build a 30% of one tower before then relocating and building 85% of another. Could have been one whole completed tower, although I suspect the Viper's counter tower had a lot to do with Sora Kuma's one villager running the hell away. And now Sora Kuma gets trapped. What will get the kill? Will it be the villager? Will it be the scout? It is the scout. Not too sure what this structure was. Maybe another tower. Okay, so Sora Kuma's attack to the south. He's got his 3 stone miners in there. To be fair, has the Viper seen his... Yeah, the Viper has seen the mining camp. And now that Burgundian scouts are out, not too sure those stone miners have a lot of longevity in terms of lifespan. But Sora Kuma cancels the 30% tower, gets 70% of his resources back, and now he's going to complete this tower easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Unfortunately for him, he is nowhere close to going up to Castle Age. Still just working off the back of that 50 gold. How does he still just have 50 gold? The Viper in a minute will be up. And no, don't lead your opponent there. Okay, he sees the house. Sora Kuma may not be very suspicious if he just sees a house. But, I mean, you've now revealed to your opponent that you're definitely doubling down on cavalry. I mean, 3 stables, not exactly a small investment to make into R&D, you know? Into that one particular military branch. The Viper, to be fair, does have the resources he needs. The second he hits Castle Age in 15 seconds, I'm expecting Cavalier, because it's not 300. Oh, I guess it only shows Paladin. It's gonna be 150, and come on, immediately, don't make a fool out of me. He traps the skirmishers. Okay, so he's microing instead. He traps them all. Like Pokemon, he wants to collect all of the skirmishers. A joke I made in a post of mine recently. There's some knights. Why are you not upgrading him immediately to cavaliers? You've got the resources for it. Well, it looks Sora Kuma managed to break through a house. Not a small feat here, so will he get any extra damage done? Doesn't seem like it. Come on, at least get one villager kill for all of your troubles here. No, it doesn't seem like he's gonna get it. Even the mob turns on the vills. Scouts on the right. The 2 rivers from Wheel of Time on the left. And there we go. No more units for Sora Kuma, who loses one of his last 3 villagers in the rear. And shoves both into the tower. And this tower, by the way, is unassailable. Barry's protecting it on the right, Palisades to the left, and Sora Kuma actually walling the corner. Look at that. Villager pops out. Repair. No, she just stands there. Pyromaniac. Oh no, he evicted the villager, but look. The game glitched out. Instead of evicting the villager here, it evicted the villager onto the actual tower. And there's the Cavalier upgrade. Husbandry gonna be brought in as well. Unfortunately for the Burgundians, they're one of those civilizations that just doesn't have bloodlines. And so their paladin upgrade is incredibly cheap. They're usually, if you're ever playing a team game or whatever with the Burgundians, they're generally the first to paladin just because, I mean, look at how freaking cheap it is. 650, 375. Again, all their stable techs 50% off. Looks like another villager died here in the forward position. Tower did not get the corner piece up, which means it will go down just as this tower goes down. And now he's going after the mining camp, exploring. Are there any villagers here? No, there are not. So let me clear this up. And now the Viper is on the offensive. Scouts to the right of them. Cavaliers also to the right of them. Whoa, you'd think he was the Mayans here. He does not want to give up his gold income at all. How many villagers is this? This is 13 villagers that he just does not want to stop mining gold. Now, what the hell are you mining gold for? Squires, forging. Okay, Bosa. A little less relevant to infantry, but we are going into Eagles. Another town center to the left. By the way, let's check in on that suburb on the right side. Okay, he's added a monastery. The monastery has a relic. Remember, 30 food per minute, so 2 food per second there. 4, where I look at the top of the screen, 55, 70, 71, 72, 23, 28. Okay, well, that was a little bit weird. Scouts being shooed away by Eagles. Cavaliers being shooed away by, I don't know what, their fear of conflict. Looks like those scouts did perish to the Eagles, and now the Viper's not even bothering to upgrade his scouts to light cav. This is going to be a full-on Cavalier play. By the way, getting devotion. Okay, wrong call number 10 of the game. I was going to say devotion because he's afraid of monks. Why the hell isn't he upgrading to light cav? And then, of course, immediately to light cav. Now, to be fair, maybe keep them as scouts. Light cav are slower. They do only require 2 whack-a-whacks against the average monk, but not an Aztec monk with Sanctity. Sanctity would normally add 15 HP, but because you get 15 and it's a tech that you research, it adds another 5. Remember the Aztecs? 5 HP for every tech that's researched for their monks. And so 15 plus 5 plus 30 is 50. Okay, I recant. I changed my stance. Light cav, their attack upgrade plus, or pardon me, attack bonus plus 10 against monks is going to come in a lot more handy than a little bit of a speed boost. So they'll be a little bit slower getting to the monk, but once they get to the monk, they'll be able to kill it much, much faster. Eagles with their, what, plus 6, plus 8 bonus against monks. And going after the Vipers, and they're going to get it. And down it goes. Okay, well, there you go. This is why the Viper is the Viper, and yours truly is, how do I put this? Not the Viper. He saw the monk play a coming. He knows he's going up against the Aztecs. How many conversions will he get before he dies? 1? Just the 1 conversion for 3 monks. Okay. I mean, 1 is better than 0. More housing for Sora Kuma, who is not really housed. He's down 18 villagers. The Viper going bonkers with a 4th town center. Now, when you see so many town centers, the first question you have to ask yourself, does this civilization have elephants? Because usually you need a lot of resources for elephants. Even if they come with discounts. They are just very, very resource intensive. Burgundians, I don't think have elephants in real life or in the game. Vineyards, a lot of tasty wine, some good food, a history of war. Yeah, that stuff they have. Elephants, no. Another town center. The second question you have to ask when you see this many town centers, we're going up to 5, is are we watching the Burgundians? Because the Burgundians have a real controversial upgrade called the Flemish Revolution. Remember when I said they can conscript every single one of their villagers by turning them into a Flemish militiaman, Flemish militiaman, Flemish militiaman. Well, that's that upgrade. Love it or hate it. It was used about a year and a half ago at a tournament. It's every caster, every player, every armchair general on Reddit has about 500 opinions. Monk sniper lines going down for both players. Will the Eagle get converted? He does not. Okay, more conversions this time for the Aztec. Looks like 2 Cavaliers. No, short term, but nonetheless. Everybody opined about the Flemish Revolution. Memb even banned it from his tournaments. But when you have a Burgundian with it, and you see this many town centers, it becomes a real possibility. I mean, the Viper's training 6 villagers at a time. Sora Kuma's not training any villagers. I guess you also have to ask yourself, with 5 town centers, am I also watching the Sicilians? Because I guess they can call First Crusade, where every town center spawns 5 sergeants. So, question number 1, am I watching the Oliphant? Am I watching the chunky gray-butted boys? Question number 2, am I watching the Sicilians or the Burgundians? And luckily for us, the answer to question 2 is yes. I'm so excited. Are we actually going to get to see a Flemish Revolution? He's going up to 105 villagers. He's literally at double the villager count of his opponent. But we'll see for how long. Sora Kuma is sending the Eagles, and as much as I'm focusing on this military battle, those Eagles are going to start ripping that Burgundian economy apart. They are quick, they are tanky with 5 pierce armor against the 6 attack of the town center. They don't give a rat's ass if you shove in all your villagers. Tootin' town center, Tigui be damned. All of it doesn't matter, doesn't matter. These are crazy raiding units, and just in the blink of an eye, Sora Kuma goes from 2 villager kills to 15 to 16 to 17. So he is punishing the Viper's openness here. Now, villagers killed, you might want to run away. There's no point in sacrificing more Eagles than you really need to, because the Cavalier will catch up. And even though you come with a nice little, tiny little adorable +3, I believe, attack bonus against Cavalry, you still cannot take on a fully grown Cavalier. The Monk maybe can. And what doesn't get converted by the first round will get converted by the second? I don't think he got converted there. No, I think he still has a yellow coat of arms, but died nonetheless. Sora Kuma, 24 villager kills, driving the Viper down into double digits, but that's okay. Our Burgundians training 10 more villagers. Sora Kuma needs to suss this out immediately. How many town centers has he seen? He's seen the one to the left. He's seen the center. He's seen the north. He has not seen the 2 on the right side. He hasn't even seen any part of the right side of the map. Now, to be fair, the Aztecs do have some of the awesomest counters to the Flemish militia revolution, whatever, militiaman push, whatever you want to call it. And by that I mean monks, which, to be fair, you're gonna have to micro like bonkers. Oh yeah, oh for sure, Flemish Revolution. Look at that, 2 more town centers, but 1 will get caught out immediately. And more importantly, their unique unit, the Jaguar Warrior, comes with a ridiculous +10 attack bonus. Now, this is the point where, as Sora Kuma, you realize, what the hell? I see 5 town centers. We, the casters and viewers, see 7, 8. Oh my god. Okay, you see 6 town centers. Now is not the time to shove in more Eagles. Now is the time for stone, stone, stone. Now is definitely not the time to destroy a random archery range. I waved my fist in the air as I yelled, archery range! The least important structure that the Viper has right now is that frickin' archery range. Even the barracks serves a more useful purpose if he's doing 18 villagers at a time. Oh my god. This is gonna be awesome. Now, I might be wrong. It might be that the Flemish militiaman does not come. Maybe it's one of those units, one of the very few infantry units that does not come with an attack bonus against Eagles. But at this point, Sora Kuma needs to get castles. He needs to get Jaguar Warriors. He needs to get something to counter the Flemish militiamen. And maybe I'll go back in time once this video is over and count how many times I've said the words Flemish militiaman. I don't even know if that's the real name of the unit. It might be Flemish militia. Somebody recently told me, hey, why do you keep calling them berserkers for the Vikings? It's called the berserk. Like, because berserk is not the name of a unit. Someone who goes berserk is a berserker. This town center left untouched. Okay, to be fair, the Viper is losing 2 TCs. Maybe Sora Kuma does have the right idea in mind. No, he does not. 119 army count. And do they come with the attack bonus? Eagle Warrior +2. Flemish militia streaming into the north. Flemish militiamen streaming into the center. Eagles absolutely wrecked. 19 army count to 105. Cavaliers move in. 2 of them get converted, but who the hell even cares anymore? Flemish Militia, Cavalry, +8. That's almost Mameluke level. And there you go. Sora Kuma had a few minutes to prepare. How many town centers does he see? 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 2 that he took down, 5, 6. I mean, come on. You're playing against the Burgundians. You see 6 town centers. We see 8, but he sees 6. So first of all, an overall just lack of scouting on the right side. If he had seen this a lot earlier, maybe he would have been prepared more. And to be fair, to say prepared, I mean, they don't really have hand cannoneers. The Incas would be eminently prepared here with plopping down a whole bunch of archery ranges to get slingers out. But the Aztecs, I mean, he's going for another barracks. Does he have anything close to the champion? No, he doesn't even have any of the upgrades. And his infantry upgrades are shite. Oh my goodness. So yeah, he should have been focusing all on the stone. He should have been walling himself in completely. Do they come with any kind of wall building related bonus? Building +2. Okay, standard. Camel cavalry, eagle fishing, melee ship, war elephant. No. So stone walls would have been pretty darn good. Just like this. This was pretty darn good against the Cavaliers. But forget about Sora Kuma's failure to prepare, even though he had advanced notice of the potential of a Flemish Revolution. What about the Viper? Disappears from the scene for about a week or 2 or 3. Obviously, with the newborn, as somebody who had the exact same thing happen to him, I wish him nothing but the best of luck with the little baby that they, especially your first, man, oh man, anyone watching this who has a child or children knows the first one is so nerve-wracking. Every little thing you're on Google. Oh my God, is this shade of green poo good or bad? Is this kind of scream at 4 a.m. good or bad? I don't know what. I can't. The grossest thing I remember when my son's belly button fell out, because they do have like a little tiny black belly button thing that shrivels up after they cut the umbilical cord, and I didn't see it. I stepped on it. It was so gross I almost threw up. In any event, kudos to the Viper after being away for a while, coming back with a capital S style and showing us a technology that you almost see as rarely as, I'm trying to think, Hunnic, atheism, Great Wall for the Chinese, Greek fire for the Byzantines on a land map, thalassocracy on a land map. I mean, this is a technology that is just poo-pooed on by the upper echelons of the Age of Empires 2 world, and the Viper says, you can all go to hell. I don't care. I probably have clothes that are stained with baby slobber. I haven't slept in 3 weeks. Everything is topsy-turvy. I'm doing a million things at once, and I'm just going to press that button and I'm going to nuke the map. And he does exactly that. I missed, of course, the exact moment he did it. I think it was around about 30-40 seconds ago, but it doesn't matter. They absolutely slaughter the Eagles. Hands down, easy peasy. Slaughter the Eagles, and now with 102 army count to just 10. And no preparation on the side of our Aztec, even though, again, has seen all of these indicators. You have the sword of Damocles hanging over you, and you look up and you see the string that's holding the sword is starting to fray a little bit. Oh, wait a second. Why is it ripping? Should I just keep looking up as it rips and drops the sword on my head? That's exactly what happened to Sora Kuma. He should have taken one big step to the left or one big step to the right, depending on which way you voted politically, and dodged the sword, or at least tried to dodge the sword in any event. Eagles. I mean, Flemish militia. So it is called a Flemish militia, not a Flemish militia man. I can't say Flemish militia. I'm going to say militia man. For the majority of the game, the Viper did keep 90 Eagles at bay with 27 Cavaliers. So he used their strength, their HP, and their mobility to keep 90 Eagles from doing too much damage, even though at the end of the day, look at the villager kill count, 48-8. So maybe that was Sora Kuma's response. Forget the castles, forget walling up. I'm just going to double down on Eagles, and I'm going to damn your economy so badly, and damage your economy so badly that you're going to be calling a Flemish militia, oh my God, Flemish Revolution with 50 villagers, and you're just not going to do it. And if he had succeeded, to be fair, the Viper would be left with 8 town centers, 6 now, and not a whole lot of resources to do anything with them other than keep producing villagers and only 3 stables. So this was, as always with the Flemish Revolution, an all-in play. If this didn't work out, again, if Sora Kuma just slaughtered the villagers, if he had killed all of them here on the right, all of them here on the left, and the Viper was left with like 50, 60, 70, he had the resources for a revolution, but not much else. And then Sora Kuma could have maybe swarmed over him with multi-pronged eagle attacks, but hard to say. I think let me know what you think. Do you agree, disagree? I think the better play would have been a few castles walling up and maybe a few Jaguar warriors to take their billy clubs and bat the hell out of those shortened spears that these guys carry, right? This is all, I don't know exactly what the name of this weapon is, but it's like a short spear with a big old metal tip. Doesn't really matter what it's called. It kills you nonetheless. PKPM halfway through, PKPM a little bit earlier. The economies, yeah, the Viper about 30% ahead. And he had all 5 relics. All 5 relics generating 150 food per minute over and over. And look at the Viper's villager count. Wow, right to the bottom. Oh, what a beautiful sight. Gold going to the Aztecs. Not a lot of stone. To be fair, not a lot of stone for the Viper either, but did get that one castle up to get the revolution going. A little bit more wood, a lot of bit more food, and a little bit less gold militarily. 13 conversions to 0. That is a fantastic number for Sora Kuma. And 10 raisings to 4. Total kill count, let's see, aside from the 48 villagers, yeah, Sora Kuma barely killed any army. The Viper just playing with his cavaliers so well, so nicely. All of them, I mean, look at the ratio. It was basically 3-1. And to be fair, they do have 2.5 times more HP than the Eagle Warrior. And so could take better fights, smaller fights, but better fights. And at the end of the day, wow, the Viper with a grand return takes the W, presses the button, nukes the map. But GG to both players.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.